This guy is a friend of mine, my favorite Canadian. He won $10,000 on the internet show Famecast. He's exuberant, gregarious, exciting, extrovert. He's a barrel of fun, and it's not just his figure. Mr. Stuart Swanson, put your hands together.
Suzanne, that was a great video. You really messed up though on the introduction there, because I'm not exhilarating or anything like that, so I don't know what she's talking about. I've been reading my horoscope for the past 3 years, but then I recently discovered that I was reading the wrong horoscope all along, so now everything's all messed up. But I started reading the right horoscope, and ever since then I've been following it to a T. Like yesterday, it said, you need to work on your own projects today. Focus on what's important to you. So when my boss asked me what I was doing, I said, I need to work on my own projects today. I need to focus on what's important to me. And then today said, it might be time for a haircut soon. But it really didn't specify who. So I shaved my cats. They hated it, but I told them, you know, I'm a Pisces. It was meant to be. But let's talk about work. No? Well, my horoscope said that I should, so let's talk about work. It said I need to look at my resume, actually. So I was doing that, and I took a look at my resume, and I was like, wow, who is this guy? This is awesome. That's definitely not me, that's for sure. I really had to think about it, you know, what would my actual resume look like? Okay, yeah, owned your own company, yeah, 1989. I was 10 years old. It was more of a popsicle stand. I sold cans of soda on the corner. My sign just said cans, that's it, just cans, 50 cents. People asked me if they could see my cans. They asked me, is there anything in the cans, or do you just get the cans? So I learned that that's not a good, I shouldn't go into marketing, that's for sure. And then I started my own business, right? Mowing lawns. Advertised $5, any lawn, $5. And then I took a math class and realized I'm an idiot. Yeah, sure, I'll mow your football field, just $5, just like it says in the paper. Then I decided to get a real job, just work for somebody else. So I worked at a place called Butch's Quick Stop. Or if you called it, it might be called Bitch's Quick Stop, depending on who answers the phone. They used to make us dust the candy and chips and stuff. And you know, if you have to dust the merchandise, maybe there's a bigger problem. Maybe you and I both need to go to school, learn how to run a business. Butch. None of that's on my resume. I worked at a deli for an hour and a half. I worked at a Walgreens for 2 days. I worked at a restaurant for 2 weeks, which was just enough time for me to put in my 2 weeks' notice. I found out the problem was I was just in the wrong country, state. I moved from Illinois to California, and believe it or not, with my track record, I only had $12 left when I got to California. I quickly found out that California costs more than $12. It costs $12 every 5.5 hours, and I figured that out using a calculator and my watch, because I got to California at 10 o'clock, and by 3:30 my money was gone. I did get a job pretty quickly, working at a motel. I earned just enough to live at the motel, and then I got my dream job, which was destroying computers. My first day on the job, I had to double check with my supervisor. So let me get this straight. You want me to destroy these computers? Are there any rules like how hard I can destroy them, how happy I can look while destroying these computers? No? Okay. All right, I destroyed 2,000 computers in 3 days and my job was over. It was a 3.5 day temp job. And then I got a job that lasted a long time. taking staples out of paper. This was a full-time job. My training went a little bit like this. Okay, we need you to take these staples out of the paper 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, for the rest of time until you die. Do you have any questions? Yes, I do. Okay, where do I put the staples and the paper? Where do I put those things? And that company didn't like suggestions, such as I told them, why don't we just not put the staples in the paper in the first place? And they were like, you're right, and they fired me. So that is how that job ended. And then after that, I worked at a company that sells lights. Interviewing for that job was pretty easy. I have a lot of experience with lights. I have 12 lights in my apartment. I turn them on every time I want to see something. They asked me, why do you want to work for us? Why do you want to work for a company that sells lights? I told them, well, 40 years from now, when I look back at my career and what I've done with my life, I want to be able to say, I sold X amount of lights. I think that's important. And then I found a job where I really fit in. I'm too embarrassed to tell you the name of it, but I answered the phone like this: thank you for calling the Geeks, this is Stuart. That's how I knew I was in the right place at the right time and everything was just right with the world. That was supposed to be a temp to hire job, but after about 3 days, they were like, oh no, we've seen enough, welcome to Geeks. We'll fit right in. My current job, because this was right before my current job right now, my current job's awesome though. I like it a lot. Not so much for the money, but I like it because it's a new source of free toilet paper for me. There's actually a storage closet full of cleaning supplies and chairs and things. Sometimes it's jammed, but if you use like a credit card, some kind of card, you can push it, it opens up. It's all free stuff. And there's also free food in the break room. Different homemade food. And the fridge, it's got different acronyms for it. You gotta figure out what it means. You know, I figured out like TG stands for tastes good. MWL, I like that one. It's made with love. Took me a while to figure that out. My favorite one though, I don't know what, maybe if you could figure it out, but it's MARY. I have no idea what that means, but it's a mind-boggling thing. Yeah, my job is great. They finally fixed my computer. They upgraded my computer, so it's finally slower, finally. So that's great. I like to stay positive at work. Like, I just think about this, you know, if I were to just die suddenly, I would never have to go to work again, ever. So, I'm an optimistic person. So, I like to see the bright side of things. Like, my friend crashed his car, his 2005 Mustang, and he's fine, but he's pissed, and I'm like, hey, at least you didn't crash your spaceship. That would have sucked, huh? Multi-million-dollar machine. And then he got fired from his job, of course, like the rest of us. And I was like, hey, at least an alien spaceship didn't crash land onto your front lawn. Then a homeless guy somersaulted his way into your apartment, smashed a hole through your wall, and then started eating your food, drinking your milk, and started throwing spoons at you. I mean, it could be a lot worse. You just gotta stay positive. You know what job I want in the future is a horoscope writer. I would love to be a horoscope writer. I actually applied for a job, and in my cover letter I said, I predict you will hire me. But they, of course, you know how that ends. They didn't hire me, and they said I wasn't very good. So, that's a good job though. Oh, what do you do? Oh, not much, I just see the future. And I'm happy for that guy, but you know what happens when that guy's having a bad day? Maybe somebody with a March birthday pissed him off on the drive to work. Maybe, oh, we'll see who's gonna have a bad day. Tauruses. Oh, I drive a Taurus and I'm a Taurus. How cute and clever. You know what else is cute and clever? Pain and suffering. Cloudy skies. Here's what's in your horoscope. Cloudy skies. Bad cell phone reception. Someone is going to slash your tires, Jacob. I know I'm being very specific right now, but the future is very clear to me. Yours is not good. Wonder if the cavemen ever read their horoscope. What would it say? You're going to be very bored today. Your love interest is Aquarius. Unfortunately, you're the only Aquarius on Earth. But let's think about what the future holds for us, people here. I'll tell you what, robots are taking over the world as we speak. You know what I'm talking about. You can't even get through to a human anymore on customer service. Welcome to our automated system. For ATM branch locations in Idaho, press 1. For another unlikely scenario of your needs, press 2. For information that couldn't possibly be useful to anyone, press 3. To speak with the representative at any time, please first continue to listen to some more instructions. If you're having trouble visiting our website, please visit our website. To stab yourself, press 4. 4! To stab yourself with a pen, press 1. To stab yourself with a knife, press 2. To stab yourself in the eye, stab yourself in the eye. But you know what? Humans aren't that much better than the robots. We've conformed to them. Now we're the rude ones. Well, thank you for calling. You've finally reached a rude human. How can I help you? Well, all I need to do is confirm this zip code, but it's Canadian, so your system doesn't recognize it. Okay, the zip code is C2I-OU3. What's that? You didn't hear any of that? Okay. That's C as in customer service. 2 as in I have 2 eyes. I as in I have 2 eyes. Music. No, not again with the music. And it's always this music that is awful. Then they finally come back and talk to you. Sir, you have really insulted our operator. She has 1 eye. I will be your operator for the rest of this call. What's the zip code? Okay, it's C2I. I got that. What's the last 3? O as in I hope the last operator's gonna be okay. U as in Underground Railroad. Sir, there is no need for racism, but we're almost finished. What's the last digit? 3 as in the 3 amigos. Sir, I do not speak Spanish. Let me transfer you to our Spanish robot, Juan. Bienvenidos a Juan. Para información que no necesitas, marque 1. I saw a deal. You gotta look for the deals. I saw buy 1, get 1 free haircut, which doesn't make any sense at all. Was the first haircut gonna be so bad that you just need another one immediately afterwards? I have to go to the bathroom right now, so I'm done. Thank you, everybody, for your time.